What's up, everybody? Listen, it's two live stream. Thursday. We out here doing it big today before we go on our big break in February. Listen, you guys, I had to bring in DJ, the Money Coast, highly requested, asking about the book, asking about your phone number. I said, man, if you watch the show, you know how to contact them. So listen, I had to bring them back because we want to talk about passive cash flow. We want to talk about real estate and leveraging the tax laws. Right now, you're probably seeing all kind of crazy ads about taxes and how to get tax refunds. Let's listen to the experts and make sure we get the right information to kick our year off right. Introduce yourself to the audience, DJ, the Money Coach.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Happy New Year. I know it's January 26th, but I haven't seen you since December. So I want to say first and foremost, Happy New Year. And I wish you amazing health. If you got your health, everything else is accomplishable, okay? So real quickly, if you've never seen me before, my story is just like yours. About 20 years ago, I had $60,000 in consumer credit card debt. I had a 525 credit score, and I was about 29, 30 years of age. And I had a professional job on top of that. And actually, only reason why I knew I had all this debt and that amazing 525 credit score is because I went to go buy my first house, and at the bank I sat down and they told me I was declined. And even though I had a strong professional income and I had more than five figures in their bank, they turned me down. So needless to say, I got a little discouraged, but I didn't get defeated, but I was discouraged. So a couple of years later, I actually got turned down for a small business loan, even though I had a business that was doing, six figures at the time, and I actually had six figures in the bank. They turned me down for a business, loan, and amazingly, it was the same bank. So at that point, what I did was, instead of cry, Argentina and play the victim, I actually read a chapter in a book. This is in the analog days, ladies and gentlemen. This was like about 90, 99, 98, okay? I read a chapter in a book by Susie Orman called Road to Wealth about personal credit, personal finances. Now, why that is important is because I actually went to school to become a CPA. I didn't become a CPA, but I finished with a minor in accounting, and I actually had, at the time, was a president of a accounting technology service division on the North Shore of Chicago. So I knew how to do profit and loss. I knew how to do K1s. I knew how to do all that stuff that required for me to handle small business accounts for this, $50 million accounting firm. But I did not know personal finances. But so once I read that chapter about personal finance and how the credit quadrant works in the analog world, I went from 525 in 12 months to 700. And then in 24 months, I went to 800. And I didn't file bankruptcy, Ericka. I actually paid off all of my debt. In 2002, in the course of 4 years, I paid off $60,000 worth of consumable debt. I achieved the 800 club. And then in 6 years later, I built myself a business that earned me $250,000 a year in income. And I hit the seven-figure net worth, stratosphere. And once I did that, I realized that I was not unique in my problem of having bad credit. I was not unique in being turned down for business loans or mortgages. I was universally the same as people in professional middle class. And when I looked out on the horizon and I wanted to get help, there was nobody that could help me the way I need to be helped as a professional with a college degree. So I said, you know what? That is an opportunity for me to become a financial educator and a financial advisor to the professional middle class. And along that route, my mother was a victim of predatory lending, and she was also a victim of identity theft. So I had, in my church at the time, Chicagoland Bible Fellowship on the south side of Chicago, we actually had the Focus on the Family financial education program in our church. That was 8 long weeks, and it actually happened after church service, so it was long. So the professionals couldn't finish it. Only about a third of our church, Ericka, got through the 8-week program. So when I started getting my financial license, I said, what if I could take this program in 8 weeks and condense it down to 3 hours? So I started doing my research, and I was able to condense that program down to 3 hours, and I created a program called Family Finance 101. And what that program did is show people how to get out of debt, raise their credit scores up, and then show them how to actually deal with the banks to get their mortgages paid off in 5 to 7 years on a 15-year loan, on a 30-year loan. I was able to show them how to pay their mortgages off in 15 years early. And once I established that in my church, I started getting recommended to other churches in Chicagoland. Then I started working with the YMCAs. Then I started working with the state attorney's young prosecutor's office to teach them financial education. Then I started working with the Department of Finance with the state of Michigan for the state representative, Tupac Hunter. And before I know it, I was being sought after by major corporations to teach financial education. And lo and behold, fast forward 20 years later, we have actually sat down, me personally, with 35,000 individuals. And I have actually spoken across the stage from coast to coast in some international markets to over 150,000 people, teaching them family finances and getting them right the way they should be. So today, what we want to be able to do is, number one, tell you, hey, you got your health, you are golden. Number two, we want to show you in 2023 how to dominate the market by using principles of success and actually having access to actual mentorship and having access to opportunities, just like you were talking about Grant Cardone. See, people at this level, they need to have access to overcome the recession. So what I want to help talk to people about today is 4 key things. Number one, how to generate massive cash flow, not overnight, but do it systematically in 2 to 5 years. And in the first 12 months of 2023, I'm going to show you how to get to 4 figures in passive income on your route to 5 figures in passive income. Okay. The second thing I want to do is actually show you how to create that income with business credit. And you have the ability to get business credit and have capital, you will basically dominate the market over the next 12 to 36 months. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well. And then I'm going to show you how to put it in the right corporate structure, because the IRS has only 8 entities that they recognize as corporations. And I'm going to show you what those 8 entity structures are and how to properly facilitate those corporations to acquire real estate, to acquire dividend stock, and to buy other deal flows of buying into other small businesses and get 5 figures worth of passive income. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to do is actually show you how to leverage the tax laws and slice your taxes. Because most people on your platform, like you and I, they have professional income. And what's the definition of professional income? This is my definition. If you're single, just getting out of college, you're making $50,000 to $75,000 a year. That's professional income. If you're married or a couple, professional income is $150,000 to $250,000. And if you're in that tax bracket, you're paying what's called alternative middle income tax, which is a tax on the professional middle class. I can actually show you how to wipe that out, take that money, put it in a corporation, buy real estate, generate passive income, keep it inside a protected retirement fund, get the passive income tax-free, and have it deferred almost indefinitely. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm also a licensed professional, and I created a program called the 7 Spheres of Money, which actually has CPAs, financial planners, attorneys, mortgage bankers, estate planners, and business experts that have 15 years plus that have done billion-dollar transactions, billion-dollar investments, and $60 million worth of passive income. And I can show you all of that. So that's where I am, and I'm glad you have me back on your show today. And we're off to a great start. We're just excited.
For sure, for sure. I've got a test question for everybody in the audience. How many millions of Americans do you think have credit scores under 580? And then how many millions of Americans do you think have a credit score under 650? Drop it in the comments, answer either one. Trust me, you're going to be surprised like I was. But there's a reason I bring on DJ the Money Coach, because it's a combination effect. Your credit's not right. So you can't get the what? Best insurance. You can't get the best tax deductions. You can't get the best job. It all comes back to your credit, your health. And again, I'm so glad you clarified what's professional income, because so many people say, what's wrong with 40K a year? That's not professional income. You're going to have a hard time buying homes, doing things you want to do, making under that $50,000 to $70,000, $50,000 a year. DJ, let me see. Trying to make it open up here. Okay. So you guys also, if you guys have questions, drop them in the chat. DJ is here. He's got a team of people. You've seen Kadir. You've seen D, Financially Free D. You've seen several people come on here helping you guys get to the questions you're looking for. Now, DJ the Money Coach, listen, it's that springtime. It's that new year, new me time. What are some of the biggest challenges for people right now?
Well, the biggest challenge right now is your tax bill. That's the biggest challenge. And your insurance bill, unfortunately. So most people right now are worried about their taxes, and most people are going to pay more taxes than they paid the year before, because if you are in that professional middle class, you're actually going to, cover all those, what do you call them, incentives and those, pandemic, programs that they gave us with the free money and all that stuff. So that's going to be dumped on you. And I tell you, matter of fact, in the state of Texas alone, homeowners insurance and car insurance has gone up like 30%. And that's without a claim. So just think about it. If you don't know the tax laws and you don't know how insurance works and the proper way to acquire it, you're going to get hit hard. And I mean that, in all the manners. So I've been in the insurance industry for 20 years. So one of the things is I teach people in our live classes how to actually buy insurance the proper way, albeit it can be auto insurance, home insurance, life insurance. There's a strategic way to actually buy it based on how the insiders buy it. For one, you need to know that when they insure you, they already have insurance to hedge paying a claim if you ever filed a claim. It's called reinsurance, okay? So if you know how reinsurance works, basically they're playing with the house money while you're paying the premium, and they're taking that premium and they're buying real estate and businesses. So one of the things you don't want to do is don't buy insurance based on how much you need and how much you can afford payment wise. You should buy insurance when everything's equal: age, credit score, health. You should buy insurance based on what's called cost per thousand. Cost per thousand. And why is that important? Because just like when you go to the gas station, the unit of measure that you buy gas is by the gallon. So, you'll go to a gas station a mile down the road if you could save 10 cents. But if you didn't know insurance, you can buy cost per thousand and know how that works. You're going to overpay when you pay based on what you can afford and how much you think you need. So if you learn how to do the cost per thousand, a lot of times you can lower your insurance premiums by almost 20, 30%. And that's very important right now. So your tax bill right now for 2022 is what it was. But what we can do is show you how to actually get less taxes to pay for 2023. And if you haven't filed your taxes, what we're going to do in our live master training, we're going to have our CPA staff actually show you all the extra write-offs that you can actually apply based on where your tax bracket is right now today. So if you haven't done your taxes right now and you're one of those people to be rushing to get a tax return, I would tell you to press the brakes for a minute and allow yourself to get access to the CPA firm that's been doing taxes for 30 years and have 4 or 5 CPAs on staff that actually have corporate tax expertise, have done billion-dollar tax refunds for ExxonMobil, okay? Have done tax returns for clients for PricewaterhouseCoopers, okay? Have done tax returns for the municipality Alameda, which is outside of Oakland, California, and also done tax returns for franchises as similar as JanPro, which is the largest cleaning company in the world, which I happen to be a consultant to. So I would say don't get nervous. First, get some education. If you haven't filed your taxes, let's let them show you how to actually take advantage of some of the tax laws. And especially if you have children that are dependents, no matter if they're 0 to 25 in college, we can show you some kiddie taxes and we can show you some custodial Roth IRAs that your children can benefit your bottom line and your adjusted gross tax income. Okay. So then from there, now let's slice that insurance bill. You'd be surprised at how many people I've talked to over the last 3-4 weeks that had high auto insurance payments, high homeowners insurance payment. And even I had to get an adjustment to my homeowners insurance, but because I'm licensed and I knew the right questions to ask, I was able to offset some of that 30% increase. I still paid 15% more than the year over, but I didn't pay 100% more. And that's happening to a lot of people right now, Ericka.
Listen, you guys, I'm telling you, thank you, John, for participating. And thank you, New Dawn, for participating here, the 60 million below. So here's the reason why it's so important to have DJ the Money Coach on and people teaching financial education. I know it's a lot of craziness out there in the market, but it's necessary because 52 million Americans have under a 580 credit score, and then 52 million Americans have under a 650 credit score. So Don had guessed 150 million below, close, but almost a little bit too much. And so you're sitting out here with people who can't do what? They can't get access to the best insurance, the best quality care, the different things they need. And so this is why this financial education is important. And then that way, when you teach it to your kids, you're breaking generational problems, lack of money. You guys saw.
You're changing the pathology for your future. And here's the thing, you can't even get a high quality job with bad credit nowadays.
Yeah, they're going to check your background. Will you get a clearance? Yeah.
That's the important part, is that that bad credit will prevent you, even though you qualify, from getting a great job right now. I literally, about an hour before I came on here, I was talking to a gentleman who's a tech guy for Microsoft. He said he's holding his fingers crossed that he don't get laid off, because they're making massive layoffs at Microsoft in February.
Yep.
And they're going to identify based on your credit score. I've been teaching this for 10 years, telling people how important it is. Here's the thing. They changed the law, which is unfortunately, they lobbied in 2006, Ericka, that your credit card company, even though you had good credit on one credit card, you made a late payment on another credit card, that credit card company, Ericka, can go solicit your late payments on your other credit card and upcharge you.
Whoa.
This is back in 2006, okay? And at that point, that, employer looks at your credit score, and they look at that as an indication of your character. It may not be true all the time, but across the board, it has some general, credence to it. That's the word I'm looking for, credence, credibility, that you typically may have had one bad situation, but if you consistently over a period of time have late scores, late payments, high debt utilization, then that employer is going to think twice about hiring you, and that's unfortunate. And they don't even have to tell you that. So that's the thing. So right now, I want to position you through teaching you how to buy credit properly, okay? Teaching you how to pay the right amount for insurance, because it's not going down. And even my insurance broker, who is one of the largest insurance homeowner brokers in the state for the last 20 years, her homeowner insurance went up 40%. So if right now you're looking at your premiums, you need to get in touch with us so we can break down your policy and look at your declaration page. So that's the first two things I will be looking at right now, Ericka. I'll be looking at my taxes that I'm about to file, and I will be looking at all my insurance policies, and that's before I'm running in to try to get massive cash flow. That's before I'm trying to start this massive corporation that I'm going to have massive successes, because guess what? When you start those corporations and buy that other real estate, you're going to pay higher for those acquisitions as well. But if you have an 800 credit score like I have, an 809 right now, you're going to pay the least amount that's legal, because you're going to know how to talk to them correctly. And even if you don't know how to talk to them, you can actually have us get on the phone for you and give us permission to represent you and talk on your behalf.
Right.
And a lot of people don't even realize that. You can give us the ability to talk on the phone to your insurance people, to your financial service people, and all you have to do to have you on a recorded line. Do you give DJ the Money Coach permission to talk on behalf of Ericka at Classy Climb to break down the insurance policy so she can get the right policy? And she says yes, boom. I asked them some specific industry questions that only they know that you don't know, and we get right to the chase of the matter. One of the things is here's what you need to know. When you are insuring your home, a lot of people think that they got to have 110% coverage. It's only 85% of what the property is worth, the land versus the house.
Right.
So not a scam they're doing in the insurance business. They tell, well, we're projecting what your house is going to be worth in 5-10 years. So they're giving you 10-20% of fake appreciation so they can charge you more on that 1% premium on your deductible. Which you should go with 2%, because guess what? If any little minor thing happened in your home, just like you remember 2 years ago in February when the pipes bust in my house and I was in my driveway doing the show with
Snow apocalypse, yeah.
Exactly. So if I had that 1% premium, I would have paid a lot more, but I had the 2%. So I paid almost 30% less on my premiums to cover that little water damage that happened in my house. And some people just had some pipes bust just recently. So these are some basic things. So those are the first two things I would look at. I would look at it, looking at all my declaration pages on all my home, auto, life policies. Boom. Then I will look at if I haven't filed my taxes and I am the professional, income category. Let me see, have I left any money on the table that I can still capture right now? And then after I do that and I file my tax refund, now let me set myself up with the Pay Yourself First program. That is, if I haven't fully funded the Roth, fully funded the HSA, let me go back and fully fund 2022 and 2023 because the law says I can do it up to April 18th. So you can catch back up and then start automatically participating for 2023. Mm-hmm. And if you are right now in the business mode, and this is really why you're listening to us tonight, is that you want to know how to get massive cash flow. Well, the first thing is, let me show you how to set up the proper corporate structure. Once I show you how to set up the proper corporate structure, here's another thing that most people don't realize. The IRS gives you 3 years to get your ducks in a row. So if you just own the corporation, Ericka, mm-hmm. and you don't pay yourself a salary, if your structure is set up properly with your bylaws properly, and again, I'm not giving you tax advice, I'm just telling you what the laws are, but I will refer you to a CPA. And they will tell you if you don't pay yourself and you just still have these benefits under this rule called Cafe Rule 125, you can actually afford yourself to actually eliminate legally and ethically sound self-employment tax and Social Security tax. That's 15%.
Yeah.
So let's say you made 50 grand, 15%, you just save yourself $15,000. What can I do with $15,000? I can buy a mobile home. I can buy a single family property. I can buy into a cash flow deal for $15,000 and make myself $500 to $1,000 a month in cash flow. But if you don't know how to do that, you're basically going to set it up the way that somebody told you that don't know the insides, mechanisms of how money really works, and you're going to overpay.
Right.
That's the reality. Now, again, I'm not giving you financial advice. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you what the laws are, and then I'll set you up with the CPA to explain to you how the structure goes. Because when you acquire land, like you're doing storage, units, and you're doing, rebuilding stuff, there are different entities that you want to house both of those transactions in. You don't necessarily want to have all of the transactions going through one corporation. You may want to have a general C corp with an LLC and an S corp, or you may want to have a limited partnership. But it all depends on your certain situation. So first thing is, I'm going to now show you how to set up that corporation. And then if you have the benefit of being in the right credit score bracket, if you are at 720 to 760, we can actually show you over 60 days how to get credit up to $30,000 to $60,000, primarily almost interest-free for 18 months. But if you're at 800, 760 to 800, we can get you $60,000, 18 months interest-free. What could I do with $60,000? You know what I could do? I could actually buy myself into a major deal and get me equity in a play that could produce $20,000 to $30,000 a year in passive income.
I like it. I like it.
Maneuver. And you don't even have to have the money. You just have to have the credit and the understanding. And most importantly, Ericka, you got to have the access. See, that's what our people are missing, is the access. So what I want to share with people tonight is educate them on number one. How do I get to the massive cash flow? First, I start with my ducks in the right order, foundationally right.
Right. Okay.
And fundamentally right. Number two, I look at the corporation structure as the proper one for that transaction and that entity that I want to form. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I look at the opportunities that I'm qualified because I have myself assessed, meaning I know what kind of investor that I am. If you're not an accredited investor or sophisticated
Baby,
investor,
can you take out that hamburger business?
Yeah. So
are you hearing me here? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so at that point, you want to identify what type of investor you are. If you're not an accredited investor, which is real simple, ladies and gentlemen, if you have made $200,000 on your tax returns filed with the IRS for 3 consecutive years, and you have liquid assets of $1.5 million outside of your home and your car, you are an accredited investor. But 99% of you people watching us are not that. So after that, you need to identify which one of those 5 investment categories you legally are in based on what the Security Exchange Commission says. There's conservative, income, moderate, growth, and aggressive. So we do an assessment on you and identify who you are in that space. Once we do that, then we show you the proper corporation. Then we show you the proper assets that you can onboard at your risk tolerance level. Once we've done that, then we're going to look inside and say, okay, do you have the proper vehicles to protect your assets? Do you have a trust? Do you have a will? Do you have a power of attorney? Let's assess all of that in a financial analytical, needs analysis. And then let's put you in a proper position that you won't fail when you build these assets. One of the mistakes I see often, Ericka, with a lot of people, because they just don't know, is that a lot of these people who have assets, they don't have umbrella policies on their property. And the reason why they don't is because the umbrella policy don't make a high commission for the person selling it to you.
For sure. Hold on, before you say that. Before you say that, I had a consulting call. I know my staff sent you a message, but I'm gonna send it again. If you're watching this video, I will pay for you a consultation with DJ the Money Coach. They have multiple rental properties and they did not have an umbrella policy. They're losing money, and I know a good assessment from DJ's team could help you. So if you're watching this video and you were on a consulting call with me 2 days ago, send me the message, send it to admin@ClassyClimbers, and I will personally pay for you a consulting call with DJ's team. If you're missing this video, you don't see it live, this is
that's a beautiful gift because
people just don't know
how many people fall into that trap. And it's just a matter of knowing what right questions to ask. That's probably what the first thing we should have started out with when you said, what should we do in 2023? Know the right questions to ask the professionals you're working with. That's critical, at the end of the day. But that umbrella policy is going to give you protection like general liability for incidences that you are incurred in on your individual side. So people get it confused. They say, well, I got homeowners insurance. Well, homeowner insurance covers the damage in your property. Okay. But if somebody knows you own a couple of real estate investment properties, you're doing some, storage units, and they said, I want to sue you personally. Now that umbrella policy covers you up to $1 million to $2 million, and for as little as $500 to $700 a year. Just that simple.
500, y'all, for the year.
Yeah, it might depend on your state. It's going to be between $500 to $700. Basically, Ericka, like $35-$40 a month. But that $30-$45 just saved you $1 million, $2 million headache.
Look, when DJ said he paid $100 for his phone bill, y'all, I was like, wait a minute, because I looked up one month, I had a $573 charge on my bill. I said, hold on, pause, wait a minute. So I go look up. They had something from my office on there that's been there for years. We ain't had that extra phone line in the office for years. I was like, oh, get that off. Then I talked to the lady. She said, hey, I want to be moved to a business account. She's like, oh, yeah, let me just go ahead and move you over. I said, you already have my information there? She said, yeah, we've been having your information. Why am I not on a business account? And when do I get a gift card for y'all not properly moving my accounts when requested a year and a half ago? It's so important, you guys, to assess where your money's going. Not just when you're mad and you look up, you got to pay the bill, but why is this happening? You need sometimes, and we talked about this earlier with Diamond Dave, you're so tired from work, you're stressed out with the kids. You need an outside eye to look on that assessment of your numbers.
Let the professionals handle the business while you're working, getting free. That's the most important part, because you can't be the jack of all trades, master of none. You need to hire the right professionals to get things done for you. That's what you do, Ericka. That's what I do. Why take that time that I can do it half as good as the professional do it, because that's all they do. So right now, you should be talking to a great tax professional that's all him or her does. And they get excited about going to bat for you. Then you need to talk to that person that can assess things as an advocate for you to ask those questions. So I would look back and look at my current accounts that I've had for 3, 4, 5 years, and I would ask them for a discount.
Look, I asked Verizon for a big discount. AT&T gave me one, but not much. I need some gift cards. I need some credits. I need it all. Y'all been messing with me.
Every little bit adds up. So one of the things is, people like say, well, man, what have y'all accomplished over the year? And I just, we do this every year. So I went back and I took an assessment of what we did and how we help folks this year. Okay. So we did this last year, this time. So this year we had in 2022, just to review, we had over 15,000 people that came through the program. Mm-hmm. And what do I mean? That means that people saw us, got the B2B program, became an all-star member executive. 15,000. That's a lot of people.
15,000.
15,000 from a variety of different platforms that we have been on the course of 12 months. We also had 500 people become, all-star members of our program, which means they went through a 6-week training course to take them from professional status, get their foundation together, get their insurance together, set up the corporation, and show them access to assets that we actually had in portfolios that they could access to, or we can actually help them get their portfolios together. So we have 500 people do that, right? Then we had 3 people paid off their homes, and they paid off their homes, and they had been in our program for like 2-3 years, and they paid off loans of $150,000, $75,000, and $200,000. And they actually taught, not to me, Ericka, but they actually spoke to Financially Free D, and they told her, hey, I was in DJ's program 2 years ago, went through the 6-week program, did exactly what DJ told me to do. I just paid off my home.
They're free. Look, listen. People biggest expense is what? Housing. What are we hearing people cry about every day on the internet? Housing, my bill, my rent's high, my mortgage is too high, my insurance. And here it is, someone participated in DJ's coach program, and 3 years later, they didn't pay the house off.
Yep. And Ericka, these people paid their homes off like 10 years early.
10 years early. Yeah. Listen,
because
you guys.
There's a rule that I created called the 50-25 rule. Okay. So here's what the 50-25 rule real quickly. If you buy a house right out the gate, you generally have a 30-year mortgage. Okay. So 50% of the time in debt is 15 years. Okay. And most of the people that are buying these $250,000 to $500,000 houses that look like us, they're generally putting the least amount of money down, Ericka. Let's tell the truth, shame the devil.
Man, we just went to an event, DJ real estate event. Most people in there put $1,000 down on new construction homes. A ton of, like 50 people in the room, They look like us.
Ericka, say that again, because this is going to hit home what I'm talking about. Say that again.
We were in an event. We were in the room with people that look like us. Most people put $1,000 down on new construction homes. And they look like us. So he's talking, he's hitting the nail on the head. It's a lot of folks out there putting the lease down, sliding through the door. Hey, I salute them. They're getting home ownership, but they got to do that second part.
Right. So here's what happens to that person that puts 0 to 5% down, Ericka. This is real. I'm talking to you. You know who you are listening to me. Ain't nothing personal. These are facts. Mm-hmm. I used to be a minority owner in a mortgage bank for 4 years. I'm going to say that again. I used to be a minority owner in a mortgage bank for 4 years so I could get better deals for my real estate investments. Okay. So in the process of you getting that NACA loan, that rebate to get the down payment, you're being hit with private mortgage insurance. You're paying, 0 to 5% on a $200,000 house. So your closing cost is eating up your $1,000. So at the halfway term, you only have equity, if you're lucky, Ericka, at about 25% equity. Because that loan that you have is a front-loaded loan, so 98% of your payment is nothing but interest for 50% of the term. So what we teach you how to do is 2 things. Number 1, when the rates came down, we show you how to condense that loan into shorter years and make the same payment. Just by doing that maneuver would knock off 6 to 7 years off the principal time. Then we show you how to do bi-monthly payment, which is split the payment in half to break down accrued interest. Here's what accrued interest is, ladies and gentlemen. The first 1 to 12 days of the beginning of the month, you pay simple interest. So if you were to apply your mortgage payment, let's say it's $1,000, you made $500 payment on the 28th of the month before, and made $500 payment on the month you're in by the 12th, you would pay simple interest. Thus, that one payment would look like 2 payments to the principal, and that would knock off 3 more years. So right there, we put in your pocket 10 years back in your pocket. So on a 30-year mortgage at $250,000, instead of you paying $500,000 for that house, Ericka, you'll pay about $300,000, and you'll keep $200,000 in your pocket over the course of the loan and pay it off 15 years early. I will show you how to do that step by step. Now, we haven't even talked about getting into investments. But these are some of the basic things we need to cover first and foremost, because this is what I'm seeing with our people when they sit down with us. They're buying these $500,000 houses, these $350,000 houses,
big houses,
and
new
they got
cars,
this massive note, and then their house is being reassessed by the county assessor, and they're paying more in taxes.
Yep.
My real estate taxes went up by 25% this year. And I'm fighting it like I can, but the reality is the appraised value went up, but I'm fighting it. But if you don't know how to do that, you need to have a professional help you out. So again, here's another thing that we accomplished in 2022. We had 358 people, Ericka, go through our Chase program, and we helped them find $42 million in real money. I'm going to say that again, Ericka. We had 358 people from May to June of last year come through our program, and we found $42 million worth of assets for those people.
Love it, love it, love it.
And not only did we do that, we had 50 of them. We got them into Chase's small business program, absolutely free, Ericka, and got them onboarded to create access and relation banks with Chase across the country. In addition to that, Ericka, we had 2 people get into Chase first Black women's venture capitalist program across the country. Over 700 applicants, and 2 people out of our program were gifted into the program. They earned it because we showed them exactly how they should apply and what they should send to them, and they got put in the program, and they were the youngest 2 people in the whole program, and the average person was like 45. These individuals were 26 and 30.
26 and 30, y'all. That's life-changing.
Life
changing early, not 50, 60, 70, which is nothing wrong with starting late. When you get the information, you can make changes 2 to 5 years. But imagine getting this information when you're 25. Exactly.
We had 3 new members, Ericka, start their business and make 6 figures in 2022 from zero income. 0 to 6 figures, and one hit $250,000.
Congratulations.
Now, these are maybe the exception to the rule, but here's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. They got started. We have a foundation of 20 years. See, we have a foundation of 20 years, so we can actually assess you and put you into a program. It's kind of like, you remember how kids go to school and they're ahead of their class?
Yep.
And they get bored. So you have people out there that are ahead, but they just don't know how to access the next level. So when we assess them, we put them at the right level. We put them with the right professional in the right system. And that accelerates them when they were getting bored all the time and starting to do other things. Here's what I don't want the people doing in 2023. Stop trying to do a whole bunch of stuff. Find 1 or 2 things, laser focus, and drill that to China, and then have your business start to acquire other assets for you. That's the biggest mistake that your people are going to make this year. They're going to try to make $1,000 a month in passive income. So they're going to try 4 or 5 things at the same time, and they're not going to get anywhere. Instead of just slowing down, taking a step back, assess themselves, find out what their passion and their skill set is, and then finding that niche and drill down and trust that, let that build up. Because again, if I'm not mistaken, I think you've been on YouTube for like 8-9 years.
It's been life-changing.
It's been life-changing.
And there's hundreds of millions of people need help.
I've been knowing you since August of 2020.
Yep.
And I looked at your subscribers. When I first met you, you had like 40,000 subs. You had almost 65,000 subs.
We're gonna hit 100,000 this year, y'all. I promise. We're gonna get it knocked out the park.
But the point is, guess what? When I met you, I think you were managing like 1.3 million, and you didn't double that.
Yep.
But it didn't happen overnight, though. And that's what people, they want the overnight instead of putting that work in for 2 to 5 years.
Your new life will cost you your old life. Most of y'all, it's going to take 2 to 5 years to get this big change. If they just stay committed to bi-weekly paying their mortgage for 2 years, it's going to be a different amount. You're going to save so much money in interest. And sometimes people get so afraid because we're saying, hey, you can do this new thing. You can't do the new thing trying to save your old life. It's going to cost you your old life. Doing something new, educating yourself, being around new people. Look, the people, when I took you to Africa, right? We went to Africa together. Now there's news that you guys are going back to Africa in March. We're going to Africa in July. We're introducing people to a new life, a new paradigm shift. It's going to cost you your own life. Yeah. Right? How do you people like, man, the flights are so expensive, Ericka? I said, no, play around with Google Flights. Let me show you a thing or two. And I'm going to do a whole little video showing people how to find cheaper flights because so many people are like, I want to travel. It's going to cost you something. You got to sacrifice somewhere.
Access. Access, and number one thing, Ericka, mindset.
Yep.
Mindset. Mindset. That's the biggest thing. If you're the smartest person in your group and you're only making 50 or only making $100,000, I hate to tell you a bad secret. You ain't getting over that income bracket. You have to stretch yourself and get around somebody making 5x of what you're making. Have access to the bigger opportunities so you can get educated and have some humility. That's the reality. Okay. So another thing is we actually, in the process of 2022, we acquired over 44 properties in the multi-unit sector, worth over $7 million. We accomplished that. And on top of that, we also are building, as you well know, we're building a $60 million resort in Zanzibar, which is almost halfway completed as we speak right now today. And all we did was have access and kept humility and plugged into a system and put our head down and went to work. That's all we did. So if you look at that now, here's what we want to do in 2023 for our people. We want to jump off Black history in a magnificent explosion. That's what we want to do. So we're going to teach the people how to start massive cash flow one brick at a time. I want to teach you how to create $250 a month in passive income and within 12 months get to 5 figures, but no less than 4 figures. Okay? $250 a month from zero to get to 4 figures and possibly 5 figures. Okay? But you have to do the work based on where you are. The second thing we're going to teach you how to do is acquire business credit, because the business credit is the equalizer. And if I would have jumped into this more a couple of years ago, I would have $2-3 million worth of business credit. But you better believe next year I will have.
We're going to have it.
Exactly.
DJ, I'm telling y'all, work with banks. I'm telling y'all.
Exactly.
Getting these masterminds, we're going to let you know, y'all.
Exactly. So we'll bring the relationship, banking process to you through Financially Free D, and she can get you anywhere from 300 to $500,000. I've seen her do it. But you got to start from zero and be open and be learnable, teachable. That's what you have to be able to do. So from there, we're going to start you with the cash flow foundation, $250 to $1,000 to 5 figures. We're going to set you up with the business credit. And if you don't have the personal credit in order, we're going to show you how to get your personal credit in order, eliminate your high debt to utilizations, eliminate some of those late payments, and get that turned around in 30 to 60 days. Once we do that, we're going to look at the different 8 entities, corporations that you should be in, not just doing an LLC because it's sexy. You may need an S Corp. You may need a limited partnership. You may need a C Corp. But let us assess your situation before you run out here and do it on your own and get yourself in trouble. Once we do that, we're going to start putting your retirement plan in place in your corporation to slash your tax at the high income bracket. See, that's how you do that. A lot of people ask, how do I slash my high taxes? First thing is set up the proper corporate structure, do customary and ordinary expenditures, apply the right tax code. The first one is CAFE code 125. Then we apply another one for other tax structures under the real estate, laws, and you can slash about 30% of your taxes. Now, again, I'm not a tax attorney. I'm not a CPA. I'm going to have you meet live with the CPA in the training to actually help set you up properly. Once we do that, Ericka, now we're going to flood your portfolio through your either a 401k solo or self-employment pension plan. Start with some dividend stocks. Start acquiring a down payment on a real estate investment property. We can even buy a mobile home for less than $5,000 in the right market. We can take you from the mobile home to the residential, to the duplex, to the multi-unit, to apartments. Step by step. You see what I'm saying? Step by step. So
this is the best time ever, DJ, for people to get serious. 2023, people are afraid, the home prices are going down. Things are going to even better. You can now get in the home you wanted before. Mobile home parks, the people that are moving out of the city looking for cheaper rent. Guess what? Hey, we got a mobile home for you. Come on over. Right? There's going to be a lot of opportunity coming up. And this is where people make their wins. When everybody else is running, okay, you got to pay attention. Should I run in?
It's great you said that. Let me tell them a secret about building wealth. You make your money on the acquisition, not on the sale. You make your money on the acquisition, not the sale. What do I mean by that, ladies and gentlemen? I have not bought a retail house in 20 years. The house that I reside in, I bought on a foreclosure. and it was only 3 years old, Ericka.
I love it. My mom did the same.
3 years old. And I had, at the time, ladies and gentlemen, I had 6 figures in my savings account. I had an 800 credit score. It wasn't the house that I liked, but I loved the numbers on it. It was a brand new house, only 3 years old, but the numbers were far superior than the house I wanted to get built from the ground up. And I'm glad I made that move, because when I did it, guess what? The bank rejected my first, proposal to them, because they were like, there's no way I'm giving you this house for that amount of money. I said, okay, no problem. I go down the road. I put 10 racks down on a brand new house, just like everybody else, get my lot and everything. They called me back, Ericka, in like 4 or 5 weeks. Hey, Mr. DJ, I'm willing to give you that house at that price you told. I said, that was yesterday's price. I said, today's price is this. Check this out. Again, y'all going to understand this. Y'all should say cash and credit is powerful in a recession market. I'm going to say it again. Cash, credit, and cash flow. But when you're acquiring stuff, it's cash and credit. So I was able to get this house, Ericka, that I reside in right now for almost 30% off the retail sale price. I walked into the house with almost $70,000 in equity, and they paid my closing costs, and they also put $15,000 in my pocket. Now, you might be saying, I don't believe it, but guess what? I used to be a minority owner in a mortgage bank, so I know that I didn't need the house. So I told them exactly, here's the reason why you're going to take this deal, because if they had one of these houses on their REO, books, they probably had 100. Here's what I know about taxes are due in Texas. Taxes are due January 31st. That's a fact. So guess what? Do they want to pay taxes on 100 of these houses, or give somebody a break and save themselves $15,000, $20,000 in taxes? It's just that simple. So we leverage that position. We show you how to leverage that position. So now you got a house relatively new. You bought it for pennies on the dollar. Now that house is worth far more money than you could ever imagine, because you have real equity. You can literally turn around tomorrow, sell that house, make yourself 20-30% equity without even, breaking a sweat. So we'll educate you on how to do that. So in March, we actually have auctions coming up. And also in October, we have auctions coming up that for the last 18 years, we've been buying 10 to 40 houses per year at $10,000 to $40,000 per house, cash free. And these houses, Ericka, they are cash flowing $850 to $1,100 a month right now. And income and rents have been going up by like 15-20% over the last 24 months.
Are you doing Detroit's March, or are you doing Indiana's March? Or just
We're doing Detroit on the low end, and then we're doing St. Louis.
St. Louis, watch out, St. Louis.
Yep.
No.
Then we do the big one in October, and that's the one that we do in Detroit, which is the big one.
Okay. Yeah.
So we do that. Yeah. So we've been migrating to St. Louis, and then we've been migrating over to Tennessee, and we've been migrating down to Alabama lately.
Man, Alabama's been on fire. Forest Grove, people relocating.
And we're doing primarily in those areas. We're doing multi-units. We get some extremely good deals on multi-units right now, because what's happening is we're going and finding the owners that have owned homes and multi-units for like 15 to 18 years. And here's the reason why we're doing that, ladies and gentlemen, because they have already accelerated all of their massive write-offs. So that person can't get on the sale. They would have to pay back up that write-off and that depreciation they've been getting. So we've been doing some strategic financing with these people and allowing us to buy the property under seller financing for about 24-36 months, get a balloon payment, Ericka, and then we reassess it, force the equity and the rents, and we come out golden. We actually have a property in Memphis right now we acquired for $1.6 million that's worth like 3.4 right now. And we actually took the rent from $800 a month to almost $1,600 a month, and a professional community right down the street from a hospital. So we can show your people how to do that. So cash flow, business credit, proper corporate structure, start with your own retirement fund inside your corporation, put dividends, real estate, and then acquire deal flow. See, here's what your people are missing, but and I know, I bought over the past 2 years about 5-6 deal flow opportunities. What do I mean deal flow? You have people who have payroll challenges. They have to get bond insurance. They're doing international deals, and they don't have the cash or the business credit, so they need private financing. That's why we step in, Ericka. We pull a group together, and we show that group how we can get $1,000 to $5,000 worth a month in passive income because we're buying directly into that person's cash flow for a percentage of equity.
Right.
So we will actually show your people in a live training actual real deals that they can actually get into if they're qualified.
Y'all, we're going to take a minute and let our corporate sponsor run us some video. But I just want y'all to understand, look at the power of getting in the right groups, getting the right association, and getting the right information. It will change your life. This is something you guys have to really prepare yourself for because a lot of people just aren't ready. So let me go ahead and drop these videos for them, DJ.
I'm actually a project manager here in Texas, and we just had a conversation with DJ, the money coach. So appreciative of his time. He really went above and beyond during the holiday season to come and talk to me. And I'm really excited because I'm really serious about being a real estate investor, growing my business. I learned about credit and my debt and how to go from working in my business to on my business, setting up systems. So I'm excited about all the good things that's going to come and working with the team. So thank you so much for talking to me today. I really appreciate it. I do.
Would you highly recommend our bundle?
I do. I mean, even just the consult call was really great. I really appreciate it. You coming on, last minute, I really appreciate it. And I did go through the ebooks. I did start to read those. Those were really good. And I'm excited about the webinar too to come up to learn more about the 7 spheres. So yeah, it's going to be good.
Y'all, my name is Will. So I just want to tell you about DJ the Money Coach. So I found out about DJ the Money Coach through Ericka Williams' YouTube channel. He's all about helping people get their finances in order and get their life together. So I decided to go ahead and take the Black Friday deal through Ericka Williams' channel. I signed up for his initial consultation. They reached out within a couple of days. They got my financial information, my goals, my future goals, and now we're going to be working step by step to get my financial security together for the next few years. So I would say invest in yourself. Reach out to DJ the Money Coach's team and see what they can do for you as far as getting your finances together.
All right, that was some video from our corporate sponsor, DJ Mitchell's. Listen, show them the ABCs of wealth and tell them where they can get it. So many people keep asking, well, I just want to see if you guys know where to get the book from. Listen, we don't have any copies. DJ didn't give us extra. We have 1 copy.
Tell what we're gonna do for them, Ericka. They don't have to pay for it. If they come to the live master training, I'll give it to them free.
All right, you guys, you hear that? You get it free. You go to the live
free.
master training.
Yep.
I have a copy of the book. I'm not going to share my copy of the book. Y'all not going to get it. You're going to have to get your copy from DJ. Again, we get a lot of messages about, hey, he held up this book. And I'm like, we don't have that book, man. It's not like we sell it. We don't have an extra box of them back behind the stage or nothing like that.
No, go ahead.
Also, I just want to read out. Thank you for the super chat, John. Classic Clown Planner came in today. I will use it. You guys, you got to start somewhere. You got to plan out your weeks, plan out your days. Thank you guys so much. Again, like the video, hit the like button, talk to us, DJ. Some of the people that are coming. Now, remember we talked about HSA accounts. I think they have to January 15th or something like that? What day? How long do they have, right? Because I know it's different right now. It's like HSA, their Roth IRA accounts. They have some time to fulfill some of these accounts before the tax bills due, correct?
Yeah, they still can. They still have up to April 18th.
Okay, awesome.
Yep,
So you guys, it's never too late. It's never too late. You haven't lost out.
And, Jasmine, I just got your email, and we can get you taken care of. So I'll have our rep reach out to you to get you onboarded. Not a problem at all.
People want to know, when is the masterclass, DJ?
Man, that is a great question. So I'm going to do an amazing live masterclass on the 1st. That's February 1st.
February 1st.
This is actually going to be like a conference. Okay. I've been working on to put this together. So let me tell you who's going to be available for you in this master class. We're actually going to have Emerge Financial. if you can put emergefinancial.com to show them what Emerge Financial looks like, Ericka, if you can pull that up. We're going to have the CPAs from Emerge Financial actually going to do training on corporations, taxes for corporations, real estate, and franchises.
Okay.
So they're going to be the first expert.
Here.
Yep, emergefinancial.com. So they're going to be live.
Emerge Financial Group.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're going to have these guys here. They do the municipality taxes for Alameda County, which is Oakland City, for all their city employees. They do the taxes for credit unions. They do taxes for franchises. They do taxes for top 1% athletes and entertainers. And they've been doing taxes for 30 years. They have several CPAs on staff, and our senior partner, who is the co-founder of Emerge Financial, name is James Lane, CPA. He does a lot of taxes for Fortune 500 companies and franchises and elite entertainers. So he'll be in the class live training you. And he's only doing this one time this year because he's extremely busy. So if you want to find out everything about taxes, you need to get in this live class just to have him talk to you and break down corporations, structure, tax write-offs, and the ability to actually take profits that are less than $78,000 a year. So if you got a $2 million company and you got a bunch of write-offs and acquisitions, and your company makes less than $78,000 a year in profit, you can get that tax-free. Now, y'all probably don't believe this, but I want you to go check the records. Amazon, the corporation, paid zero federal taxes between 2014 to 2017 on billion-dollar tax returns. And James Lane did billion-dollar tax refunds for ExxonMobil and got them billion-dollar tax credits after finding a loophole. So if he can do that for them, think what he can do for you. So on February 1st, live, the only one we're going to do with our tax CPA firm, because they are busy. They're going to give you 30 minutes of straight-up tax planning for individuals, corporations, real estate investors, and syndications. Okay?
Yep. They have lots of good stuff on here, you guys. Look at the button. Taxes and business, compliance, regulatory, and business advisory services. Everybody now, take a look at all the options.
Here's what I say. I know what some people are going to try to do. They're going to try to contact them directly. Here's what, hey, you can contact them directly.
You're going to pay the full price.
You're going to pay full price. And
thousands of dollars.
My prices are half the price if you're part of my program. I'm going to say it again. If you want to contact them directly, go right ahead. But if you're not in the bundle or the master class, you can say I heard DJ, but if you're not a master class participant, you don't get no discounts. That's just the way it works, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So you can work with them.
The link is in the chat.
If you want to do it half the price, get in the master class. So that'll be the first 30 minutes of the master class. The second person we're going to have on staff for Ericka, we're going to have a lady named Nikki Cannon. She was just rated the top financial planner in the country on Forbes magazine. She looks like you and me. She just joined our staff as an advisor for all of our investors, our real estate people, and our corporate people. Okay? So she has 90 agents across the country. She's licensed over 20 plus states. She just joined our program, and she's going to help us out because Melvin was getting bombarded with too many people that it was just
leave Melvin alone.
He was getting he was getting overloaded. So we went out and found another professional. She's been in the industry, Ericka, for 20 years. She manages hundreds of millions of dollars. She's a graduate of USC. She does corporate insurance planning, success planning, and business asset planning as well. So she'll be able to line you up with the CPA and show you how to get the best returns inside your corporation with your HSAs, your self-employment pension plans, and your 401k solos. So she's going to be in the live training only once this year during tax season because she's extremely busy. Okay? So she'll be on hand. We're also going to have Marcus, who you know, from Noir Capital, and they're going to be on hand to tell you about the new multi-units that we're acquiring in Seattle and Memphis and potentially in California as well. They'll be on hand. They'll show you how to get the VA loan and buy 4 units for $0 down.
Wanda, the link is in the chat. Feel free to hit the link in the chat. She said, I have an 800 credit score and I want to join the master class.
And then, Ericka, I'm gonna have my childhood friend. If you can take that down, let me show him my childhood friend who I've been knowing for, I hate to say it, 40 years. So this guy right here, Clarence Archibald, he runs Great Lake Property Management, and you guys can see Clarence and I used to go across the country.
2008.
2008. We used to teach this program, which is called 3 Steps to Success. We taught people how to set up corporations, buy real estate, leverage the tax law. So Clarence is going to be in the training, and he's going to show you how we accumulated 350 properties in Detroit over the last 18 years. We own them cash outright, over $20 million worth of assets, and we can get you into properties for as little as $15,000 and have cash flows of $850 to $1,100 a month.
I love it. Listen,
we can put you into the properties. Not only are we going to show you, Ericka, but we'll actually show you ones that are available for acquisition if you're qualified.
Damn. If you're qualified, guys.
He's only going to be one time. So again, I've been putting this together for you guys for the last 60 days. So he's going to be in, and then now I'm going to bring in another person that's a publisher, Elite Online Publishing.
Mm-hmm.
Founder Melanie Johnson. She's a multimillionaire, Ericka, and she can guarantee you that she can put you into a systematic book processing system that can make you a #1 bookseller on Amazon. You can pull up her website. It's Elite Online Publishing.
Mm-hmm.
She's a multi-millionaire. She's done hundreds of millions of dollars. She used to own 2 radio stations, a television station. She used to have multi-units that would make $26,000 a month per house. So she's going to be doing the training with us on February 1st as well. And then last but not least,
is this her?
In this training, Ericka, we're going to have Financially Free D.
Is this the right one?
Yep,
Okay.
That's her right there.
Okay.
She's been on TED Talks. Like I said, multimillionaire. I was just on her show the other day, and I'll send the link to you guys that y'all can take a look at. This is going to be 2.5 hours.
When somebody asks how long the conference is, you guys are going to be 2.5 hours. DJ, you know, I just found out the other day, man, that you tax-free. A single person can get $44,000 a year from their dividends, tax-free. Married couple, $82,000 a year. But people say, I just don't know how we can get tax-free wealth. Come to these trainings.
Yep.
There's somebody who can give you little nuggets along the way that you're like, I didn't know that.
And then, Ericka, to put the icing on the cake, I'm going to have my developer from Zanzibar tell you about the $1.3 billion project that we are working on. I'm going to say that again, Ericka, $1.3 billion. So it'll be live from Zanzibar. We're going to show you a timber tower that we're building, the largest in the world in Zanzibar.
Is that going to be in February or is that going to be in March?
No.
February training.
Yeah. No, they're going to be on the 1st.
Okay, on the 1st.
And then you'll get to meet them live in March.
Guys.
So we're going to give them all of that. I said, you know what? I want to start out the new year right for them. And since it's Black History Month coming up, let's kick it off. So I said, let me call in some favors. Let me get these experts in the room with us. And this is the access part that we're talking about, Ericka. This is where I talk about STEAM, science, technology, entrepreneurship, but access to mentorship through membership. So I'm going to give your people, the first 20 that register tonight, I'm going to give them a VIP session with me, the developer, and the CPA on a separate date.
Look, y'all.
The first 20.
He threw the cat, the bag, the kitchen, the sink, the roof. He threw it all in.
The first 20, you don't have to pay anything additional, but the first 20 tonight, you'll get a special VIP session for 1 hour on another date in about a week afterwards. So that way you'll get some questions to get answered one-on-one time with them, our CPA, me, and the developer.
I just have 2 questions. 1, where my hoodie at, D? From DJ, y'all give me my hoodie. And 2, the live training is February 1st, you guys.
February
it is a
1st.
stacked event for 2.5 hours. The links are in the chat. The links are going to be pinned to the first comment. If you're on our email list, check out the links. We've been sending a lot of links for upcoming events. Man, you guys better catch DJ while you can. You're going to be international. Listen, in June, I'm be in Chicago a little bit. DJ, we might have to do a little meetup in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. I'll be there.
So we're going to see. We're going to see what we can do.
And tell you what, Ericka, when you bring together these heavy hitters, What do you normally pay for something like that, Ericka?
Man, you to get in some of these kind of events, you're talking about $2,000, $1,500. You're talking about $500 conference events. You're talking about $600. It's not cheap.
Ericka, I just got an invitation to a virtual conference with a similar staff that I didn't know. It was $595 for the first 20 people, and the VIP was $1,497 for 2 hours.
Boom.
Ericka, I'm gonna give it to him just for this.
For the hundo. For the hundo. For the 100.
One Benjamin. And the first 20 people, you get a special VIP session for 1 hour. And all you got to do is invest one of these. That's it. That's it. So I want to wish them a happy new year and give them no excuses. And I talked to a young man earlier today, and he was telling me about, hey, he had some illness and stuff. I said, hey, man, that should be more motivation for you to go out there and get it, baby. Don't use the excuse. And let me preface this. Yeah, there you go, right there. You could actually if you could yep, right there. Here's what I want to tell them too. Please don't. We're going to give you a complimentary consultation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't do these consultations while you're in your car. Because here's the thing.
You need full focus.
We need full focus. And guess what? This is a consultation that our time is very important. You have to be serious for these consultations, okay? If I'm going to pay somebody to give you a consultation, and if especially me, hey, let's not play around because I don't have 15, 30 minutes to play around you driving in your car. I don't.
Trying to find somewhere to pull over and be careful, and y'all got to get it together.
Exactly, because guess what? You're not going to talk to your CPA driving in your car. You're not going to talk to your doctor driving the car unless you got into an accident and you had to call them 911. They're not going to have that conversation with you. So be respectful and do it. Nope, there's not going to be a replay on this one. Not for $100. I'm sorry. This is
y'all got to be there. You got to be there.
And this is 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern time on the 1st. And we're closing the conference down at the first. I think they told me the first 60 people. So it's limited to 60. First 20, you get the extra VIP session. So if you're interested, hit the link right now. If you're not, no big deal. But again, here's the 4 things you need to do in 2023. Even you never see me again, you need to learn how to build massive cash flow the right way. One brick at a time. Start at 250, work your way through to 1,000, work your way through to 5,000 or 5 figures. Okay. The second thing you want to do, you want to take yourself and business credit, because now credit, cash, and cash flow will recession proof you for life. The third thing is, what is the proper corporate structure that you should have your business housed in? I own multiple different corporate entities, from LLCs to limited partnerships to C corps to S corps, because each entity has its different functionality. Now, after you've done that, then you want to find, based on your risk tolerance questionnaire status, which one is the right asset to acquire first. It can be as simple as dividend stock. Then move up maybe to mobile home. Then move up to single family. Then move up to duplex, fourplex, apartment, resort. And then the 5th thing is, who's on your team to help do this stuff so you don't be a psycho trying to do it all yourself. That's the thing that a lot of people miss out on because they want to be the smartest person in the room, Ericka, but they got to understand, you got to have
not worth your health.
You got to have great professionals on your team, and you got to get your time back by delegating properly. That's really what it boils down to. So, Ericka, we're excited. We're going to get 2023, and we actually 5X'd in 2022. We 5X'd in 2022, and I will show you how you can do this in 12 to 36 months, go from 0 to 6 figures. We're part of the 6-figure a month club, and we're part of the 7-figure income club as well. And you can do it too if you're willing to plug into a system, do the work, be humble, and practice the 4 P's. Number 1, be professional. Number 2, be persistently work your plan, which is Ericka added the plan. Persistently work your plan. So I got to give you credit, Ericka, because I never said that. I just assumed they understood what I was saying. But like Ericka said, persistently work your plan. Number 3, perseverance is going to be the biggest test for you over the next 12 to 36 months. You're going to get hit in the gut once or twice every 6 to 12 months. That's just a fact. Something catastrophe is going to happen. I hate to say it, but that's life. You got to be prepared to handle it. Okay. You're also going to get 1 or 2 windfalls in your life, and you got to be able to stay humble and don't overshoot your wide, if that makes sense. And then the 4th P is have the ability to perform right on task. What they call it, you got to have your 60-second elevator pitch when you meet that right person that could change your life. Because if an Ericka Williams came into your life and gave you access to talk to her people, are you prepared to be on her platform? If you ain't prepared to be on a platform, you just shot yourself in the foot, because you're going to get a lot of bad reviews because you ain't able to help all these people. People don't understand that.
Man, you guys, we had superstars in here when Kadir was on. Straight up superstars. Famous people on the internet. Reach out and be like, I need Kadir's help. Our DJ the Money Coach interview. If y'all didn't miss that interview, you should check it out. You need people to help you on your team. Systems, a plan, a good audit. Okay, what's my numbers looking like? How can I make myself and my business better? This is what you need. You need outside eyes looking in. If you're making 40K right now, it's because you have a 40K mindset. If you're making 100K right now, you got a 100K mindset. Making 250,000, because you have 250,000 mindset. If you think, hey, I really should be making $500,000, or I should have a reoccurring income coming to me, how can I get that? Right? I sat in a meeting with somebody, DJ, and he said everybody's trying to shoot for $1 million, but if you have 250,000 and you're getting 15% returns on it, that's 37,500 a year. He's like, that's more than most people make.
Congratulations. We got 5 people that already signed up. That only leaves 15 if you want that VIP. If you want that VIP extra session, you got 15 spots left. Congratulations to those 5 people who just signed up. You're going to get more than your cup overflowed. Here's what I tell you. Come to the masterclass with a notebook, a pen, and an open mind. Notebook, a pen, and an open mind. That is going to be the most important thing you can do, because these professionals, the CPA, the financial business planner, the elite publishing, can show you how to take your life story. Melanie is so great at taking normal people, taking their life story and taking them to 6 figures. It ain't even funny. And she's going to show you how to do this not only on Amazon, but every platform. She's got the receipts. Again, this lady owned 2 television stations, 2 radio stations. You think she might know something about mass media. Her son is like 20 7 figures, and he sets up websites for OnlyFans as a webmaster. Access. That's what we're talking about, Ericka, at the end of the day. Access. So if you want the training and you want to be able to ask the tough question from the CPA, from the real estate, you want to find out what's a $1.3 billion opportunity looks like, guess what that looks like? Ericka, check this out. We got a Trojan horse that we discovered in Zanzibar. We're actually taking 4 more business owners to Zanzibar to actually bid on waste management contracts, concierge contracts, cleaning contracts, and excursions. So the excursions we did, check it out. We're actually acquiring 20% equity in the excursion company. And we can help you, meaning the people watching this, get in on that opportunity. So here's what I want to leave with them. You got to practice 3 things here, and you got to be religious about it. Number 1, cooperative economics. Eric and I have been practicing cooperative economics together for going on 3 years come August. 3 years. Number 2, we tap in deep to our network. And then number 3, we create ecosystems. What is an ecosystem? That means if you need CPA, that's part of an ecosystem. You need an attorney, that's part of the ecosystem. You need the 100,000 trapper real estate where you took my son to, that's an ecosystem. Ericka, thank you for that message You sit. I know I got it wrong.
100K play.
100K play. I'm sorry.
100K Trapper. I was like, what? What do we do
100K play.
Yeah, 100K play.
So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Ericka has actually, benefited my son, took him to the 100K play and got him exposed to high level, mindset and get him into the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. That's cooperative economics. Who's on your team to give you access like that?
Yeah.
Think about it. And then in exchange, I actually, introduced Ericka to Marcus and talked about multi-units. How would you like to take your VA loan and get a unit, 4 units free, no money down, don't have to pay PMI, and automatically start making yourself $1,200 to $2,200 a month in passive income? These things are possible if you actually plug into the right system and with the right cooperative economics. That's what makes for a great relationship between Ericka and I, that we practice cooperative economics, we plug down deep into our network, and we use the ecosystem, or we add professionals to it that want to work on the same principles. And that's when you develop that pom-pom lifestyle. And you're gonna have your hoodie. You could have had it a long time ago.
I'm just messing with y'all.
You're gonna have your hoodie.
I'm
And
messing
then,
with y'all.
you know what we do? We celebrate. Hey, shout out to your girl Brandy Williams. She actually joined the program finally. Shout out to Brandy Williams. And we actually gonna show how to do some taxes with her and get her hooked up to some of our members so she can do their taxes. But then, ladies and
All
gentlemen,
right, Brandy Williams, congratulations.
Yep, you get the salute with a Black-owned, 100% organic Tolero.
I love it, you guys. I'm going to show you guys a video here, and I hope you guys sign up. We're going to hit you guys with some emails tonight. I think late night email tonight, because we had some changes we had to make to it, or it might be the second email, one of the two. But I'm going to go ahead and show you this video from DJ's team. We're going to wrap it up, and I'll make sure you guys hit the like button and get in here. Oh, you better go. Here you go.
You have 4 things you need to accomplish to get free in 2023. Create massive passive cash flow. Number 2, acquire business credit. Number 3, set up the proper corporate structure. And number 4, acquire real estate and business cash flow deals. And number 5, I'll show you how to do it live on the 1st. And all you have to do is invest one of these. I'll show you how to get massive cash flow, passive income. Do it with business credit. Acquire real estate and business deals. And number 4, leverage the tax laws. And all you have to do is hit that link, meet me in the master class, and I'll show you how to get free here and in Zanzibar exclusively with DJ the Money Coach.
Man, you guys, listen, join him in Zanzibar. DJ is going to Zanzibar during my birthday. Y'all know he messing it up. I'm going to be out there in Maui in Black Sand, and he's going to Zanzibar in March. But he and his team are more than welcome to join me in July. We will be on the beach by Kendall Rocks. So yeah, don't miss out on these opportunities to go to Zanzibar, you guys. It's life-changing. Get to see it up close and personal. The best part about it is
how beautiful it is. They
very
don't believe me.
Super cheap. Super cheap. Swim with the turtles, rode in the boat, stand on the sandbar eating fresh fruit, ate a dinner for less than $15. I mean, I ate so much lobster and prawns, I got sick of shrimp and lobster. I said, I can't eat another thing.
Ain't that the truth?
Give me vegetables. I can't take another for prawn or lobster today. They're like, you want a burger? I'm like, no, I don't want that.
We don't want you stepping on any more sea urchins either.
Man. Listen, number one request I request of all my students, if you go to Zanzibar, me or DJ, please buy some rubber shoes. Your girl stepped on a sea urchin, and it was like a 2-week to 3-week recovery. But I don't feel bad because Marcus told us out of North Capital he had the same experience on an accident step on a sea urchin. So it does happen. But definitely, like,
hey, Ericka, hey, let me share a bonus with them.
Mm-hmm.
We actually are starting our own festival in Zanzibar. It's going to be an annual festival in Zanzibar, just like they do at Essence.
Right.
I want to drop that first with your audience. So what I'm saying to them is, twice a year we're going to have a festival of a world international party. That's going to be an annual event in Zanzibar when we open up our resort. So
are you dancing at the festival? I'm only coming if you're dancing.
Oh yeah.
DJ was getting down out there in the beach, y'all. I was like, the sun was baking me, and he was still dancing.
Almost pulled a hamstring. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have our own annual festival where you'll come out, party, house music, entertainers and everything. We're actually inking the deal right now as we speak. So this is going to be big. So if you guys are excited about Essence Festival, guess what? Not only can you do that, but you can get some ownership and some equity. I'm telling you, we have a executive presentation happening this Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time. And if you want to participate, come to the master training and you'll get an exclusive invitation. And we'll tell you how we're putting together $1.3 billion worth of assets in Zanzibar under 5 different B2B categories. We're going to have ownership in excursion companies, transportation companies, cleaning companies, concierge, and also business management. We've been working on that for the last 7 months, and now these things are starting to come to fruition. So we are extremely excited about that, and we want to thank all the people that have supported this venture as well, because it's going to be, mind-boggling, and we're actually going to celebrate this massively. And you can say you're part of the legacy because you can own a brick and have real equity and ownership and passive income. But first things first, all you got to do, come see us and get that training, and we'll get you on the pathway to the Pom Pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money, peace of mind. And come join us on the Beaches of the World Club. Our beach is Zanzibar. Your beach is wherever you get free, debt-free, and get cash flow and business credit to create a legacy for you and your family.
I love it. So again, Nita said, DJ, I'm a veteran. Would you be able to give me tips on how I can get a good rate on my VA home loan? I have a checking and savings account with Navy Federal. Nita, I would say grab the live master class. Get that consultation, that 15 minutes with DJ and with his staff. Get in there, hammer away, make sure they give you the best service possible.
I'll link you up directly with Marcus.
There you go.
You join the class, I'll link you up directly with Marcus, and he'll take you step by step. He was able to get that all done and get himself over 10 different units from his VA loan. It's amazing what you learn.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, you guys, this is your girl Ericka from the Classy Climb Blog. You can always call them over there at 1-800-686-395-3042. Again, you can call DJ and his team at 866-395-3042. Thank you so much, DJ. I appreciate you being here. Let's make sure we connect in July if you have opportunity and time for our lovely group to see your property. So,
absolutely.
All right,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Let's get off to a roaring start, and happy Black History Month coming up as well.
Hey, happy Black History Month. All right, later, you guys. Thanks, DJ.